The results are in from this evening's title bout. In 30 seconds into the first round by TKO, Little Timmy.
Oh man. Oh, my head. Are you guys okay? How are you guys?
I think I'm missing an eye.
Oh my god, thank god you got two. Oh, I had to.
Yeah. I've got an extra eye patch.
Jake, how you doing over there?
Oh, I'm hurt. Jaw swollen.
Oh, why are you talking like that?
Jaw swollen.
Oh, Jesus.
Josh Rowland?
Josh?
Is that?
I don't know.
Where did Timmy come from? He had to have been made in a lab.
I don't know, it was like superhuman or something.
It scaled me like a tree. Is that my arm?
I think that's Jacob's arm.
Oh.
Bye, Chad.
Oh, man. Oh,
Fuck.
dude, I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry, you guys.
Ow. That's pretty much all that can be said. It's supposed to be for charity, for crying out loud.
Oh, man.
Now we're the charity case.
Hi, guys. Oh, hey, Timmy. Oh, God.
Hi.
You guys. Oh, hi, Timmy.
What's
Remember me?
Yeah.
You wouldn't cook me?
No. We weren't. No.
Oh, you brought the mean.
No, Timmy. No.
None of that.
We're sorry, Timmy. We're
Hey.
sorry, Timmy.
What are you doing over there?
Oh, Timmy. No. Oh, my God. He just unplugged Chen. No. No.
Oh. No, Timmy. No. Oh, my God. Where are the nurses?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm one of your three hosts. I'm Dan the Man. I'm here with Reptile Man Chan and Jess Jake.
How's
and
it going?
Today, I couldn't tell you, just like any other day. But Chan, how's the weather?
The weather is officially cold.
Yeah.
Fall has fallen upon us.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a tit-bit nipply, and it's only going to get colder from the look and feel of things.
Start breaking out them coats.
Oh, yeah. Start dusting those things off.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, hang up the bikinis and dust off the coats because it's going
Well,
to
you don't exactly have to throw out the bikinis right away. I mean,
Nope. Put them up.
oh, come on.
Wow.
You have
Right.
the perfect time now for them fires.
Oh, God, yes. And that's where Shit by the Fire was born. We were born from the cold. Molded by it.
You might have been simply one of the fire, but we were born amongst it, molded by it, created from within.
That's awesome.
Yep,
That's
and that's
awesome.
exactly what happened. We were sitting out here one chilly night, just Chan and I, and we started just talking shit by the fire, and thus the show was born. And now here we are a year later doing podcasts.
Yep.
And
On a bunch of different platforms.
yeah, we're on a bunch of. How many more platforms are we on now?
I think we're on a total of 10 now.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Started off with 3, now we're on 10 of them.
Wow. So yeah, there's
Wow,
many
you guys
platforms
really-
we're on.
You guys really have grown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of us have.
Right.
It had started just with live videos that we would
Yeah.
do on our page.
Yep, and then we put them up on YouTube, and
Mhm.
then we just kind of kept going from there. So yeah, it's really starting to grow.
Also the persistence of it too, because we just stayed with it. Didn't give up.
Yeah, we continue to stay with it even now.
Yeah. And now we just got, you could see as the episodes have gone on, because up until now it just kept getting better and better and better.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just one of those things where you kind of find like interesting things to either talk about or, just in the manner that we talk about things. I mean, not everything's going to be downright, funny, hee hee ha ha. Yeah,
Right.
Not everything's going to be hee hee ha ha. I mean, there are certain things that we like to talk about, and it's a conversation, between us that we like to have, and we like to include everybody else as a result of that. So
Yeah. Like, one, for example, you guys went and saw the Joker movie.
yeah, Jake
yes.
and I went and saw Joker movie.
That is right.
So, how did that go?
Okay, well, if you haven't seen Joker movie and plan to see Joker movie, I don't want to give you any spoilers,
Right.
but what I said 2 weeks ago about what I thought in regards to the previews, okay, what I saw in the previews was a man that was being broke down by society and being broken down in his own head,
Right.
eventually snapping and turning into the Joker.
Right.
Well, Jake and I went to the movie, and for 2 hours, that's what we saw. We saw a man, and
Just as normal as you and I.
yeah, just as normal as you and I, and began to transition into basically a reflection of society and what his take on was, in life. So that's what we saw. We
Right.
saw everything that we were expecting to, nothing more.
Right.
I believe your wife had a great description of how that movie wound up.
Yeah, go ahead and give that one.
Okay.
Well, I
would
mean,
love
I don't
to.
want to give anything away, and I don't want to deter anybody from seeing it. But go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm saving my $9, but that's just from what I had heard. But yeah, the way it was stated to me, it was as if you were standing there watching a T-Rex try to jack off, because you're expecting a climax at some point, but you're pretty sure it's not going to happen.
Right.
I just thought that was the
It wasn't
greatest
as
thing.
dark as I thought it was, actually going to be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I thought, like when you're thinking of the Joker and like on his upcoming, you're thinking about, just Joker. But obviously it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. I didn't like his makeup at all, but
Yeah.
obviously, so there was a lot of downfalls, but I was really into it, and so I watched it. And if you get a chance, check it out.
I mean, the drama itself was incredibly moving and captivating. Don't get me wrong, Joaquin Phoenix really performed the hell out of this movie. He lost a ton of weight. He got into this character where, he was mentally breaking down, and you can see the progression from start to finish of the movie. But a couple things that I had, it wasn't, when you go to a Joker movie, there's an expectation there, but this right here was a different take altogether. This was more of a dramatic take and a dramatic scene throughout the movie's entirety. For 2 straight hours, it's like watching Downton Abbey. Just
A slow.
very slow.
Drawn out.
I mean, picture the preview and then draw that out without the exciting music for 2 hours. I mean, you get a serious, in-depth look as to who Joker was and how he became the Joker. But that's it. So, I mean, the labeling on the packaging doesn't, it doesn't tell you anything different. It doesn't give you like high expectations of anything. If you're expecting to be entertained, I don't think so. I think it's more like a documentary, right? We were talking about that. It was more like a documentary where it was more informative than anything else.
Right.
But it does really give you one hell of a deep backstory that, after you probably watch it once, maybe twice, if you get some of the Easter eggs that are in it. Like I said, I don't want to spoil it, but I mean, ultimately, it is a serious, in-depth look at somebody, who was just fighting to try to find
Himself.
but also try to find something about humanity to latch onto, and simply couldn't. you know,
But eventually did latch onto society in a way.
something. Yes, he eventually latched onto something, and that something is what made him feel normal.
Yeah, feel normal, dude.
Right.
Yeah,
It made
that
him
was the
feel
whole part.
normal. And then it was just, after that, it was just, why not do whatever it is that you want to do to make yourself feel good? So, I mean, that's kind of what I got from it.
So basically, he just hit the fuck it.
Yeah, he hit the fuck it button.
Dude,
That
that's
was
all
it.
he did, dude.
Straight up. He
That's
hit the-
basically it, bro. He just made one decision, went with it, and
Right.
boom, Joker.
Right. So, I
Boom.
mean, it was like, I don't know. I mean, I really can't describe it. You know, my wife described it as like death by PowerPoint. But you know what I mean? She doesn't go out to see many action movies or Marvel movies or DC movies for that matter. So she couldn't really, I'm not saying that she couldn't appreciate it, but the appreciation that I have for the movie was the fact that we had a very serious, dramatic role that otherwise is normally cartoonish or over the top. We didn't get very much of that. We got a deep understanding that was very well grounded. It was something that you could actually relate to in regards to that could potentially happen without the, you know, Iceman, Joker, crazy magic bullshit that happens in a movie. You know what I mean? That's not what it was. It was you know, it really
Down to earth, like
it really
human
humanized. It
Yeah,
really
yeah,
humanized
human.
the character without, you know, I mean, while still putting it in a movie. So, you know, you didn't get the superhuman coming out from a different galaxy flying into Earth and crashing a war party or anything like that. I mean, this right here was very Earth-based drama. I mean, I could appreciate it. I enjoyed it. It was a great performance, honestly. But like I said, there wasn't anything there was no jump scares.
Nope.
There was no, I mean, but the other thing too is that I didn't really take anything from it. Emotion or feeling. I still left the theater still not feeling anything for the Joker. I didn't feel sorry for him.
Right.
I didn't side with him. He,
Right.
you know,
so that was just him and what he had gone through. Basically.
right. So,
Right,
I mean,
okay.
you know, I
Okay.
laughed a little bit. I cried none.
Right.
So, I mean, as far as emotions go, I still left with, you know, some questions. But
Right.
others though, there was a twist in there that it planted a seed early on into the movie, and it planted a seed, and then there was a twist, and then oh my god, the realization towards after the movie. I mean, holy moly. That puts a whole different spin on everything. I mean, that was about the only thing right there, just the oh my god moment that I had in the middle of it.
Well, that would be like something for people to check out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I didn't, you know, give anything specific. But
Right.
you know, but I think it is worth a watch if you are into heavy, dramatic, very slow paced, very informative, articulated movies.
Yeah.
This is one of those. It's not action. It's not CGI. That's not heavy in comedy. It's not heavy in gore. You know, it's, you know,
Simple?
Simple would be the word for it, but simple just kind of is like a very topical, scratching the surface type description. I mean, but there's a lot of deep information.
Right.
You know what I mean? The movie does make you think,
Yeah, it does, dude. You know, because
but you have to stay awake for it.
right, and which I did. You know, I stayed up through the whole movie.
Well,
It's just my like my own understanding is my own understanding, but
Yeah, and everybody's going to have their own interpretation of the
That's-
movie.
that is very true.
But like I
That is
said,
very true.
the seed that was planted, the twist in the middle of it,
Right.
and then the final realization, and then transition, was simply amazing. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I could appreciate it for what it is.
Right.
It's
But do you think that they could have done better?
I think they could have. I mean, I think they could have done something else.
Right.
But then again, we have what we have for a reason. There's something to build onto.
Right.
And then there's something also from the other movies, the other Batman movies with Joker, that, you know, that's what the platform was based off of. So you do have a lot of touch and go. It does mention some of the previous characters. You know, it mentions the, you know, prominent families that are in Gotham City. It does mention Gotham City. So, I mean, it does take place in a familiar setting, around familiar characters, just years ago. Like we're talking like back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I wound up seeing the Hobbs and Shaw movie, that like Fast and Furious spinoff.
Oh yeah.
How was that?
I liked it. It was really good.
Did you really?
One, I like how Dwayne Johnson's grown as an actor, but also, you know, Jason Statham, he's great, even though he's always just that one guy.
Right.
But it was really good, and there's a lot of cameos in it, which are pretty awesome.
Really?
One of which is Ryan Reynolds. So
Oh no shit.
that in and of its entirety, because
I've yet to see that.
I'm hoping to get the DVD at some point, but it was really good. I liked it a lot.
I think I honestly think we should have went and watched it.
Right. You think
Part
that
two.
would have been better?
See, I just can't get into those new It's just, I don't know.
Well, me personally, I kind of like the old It. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, because that was
love that one.
like the one and only. You know, that's what I used to watch every night before I went to bed. Basically, when I was little, dude. Like, trust me, I loved it. It was that scary.
Yeah.
You know, it's an all-time favorite.
Tim Curry's a
But-
badass.
Right. Dude.
Yeah, the original.
Yeah, dude, it's the original, dude. But I guess the new It's alright. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still a good movie. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
They
make
still,
it- I
you know,
guess-
it's the same exact as the old, but it just
It's got new camera tricks. It's
Right,
got CGI in it.
right.
They're
But
doing
where's
this-
the actual clown? You know what I mean? You know?
He's in there somewhere. I mean, I remember watching the first one, which is basically, you know, a rubber stamp of the first one, trying to add new, but
Right.
having the same title, having a similar clown and a similar storyline. See, I really, I can appreciate the attempts at trying to make something old new again,
Right.
but I hate that fact that there's so much time and money being spent on telling the same freaking stories over and over and over again.
Okay.
I mean, there's no originality anymore.
Right.
I mean, here we
it's all
are.
remakes.
Here we are, almost 20 years into the 2000s. We're supposed to have flying cars and some different freaking stories.
Right. And
But
yet
no,
we
we're-
still have all the same fucking movies.
We're recycling
Where's
the
my
same.
flying car?
We're recycling the freaking movies from freaking 30 years ago. When I was born, all the cool movies came out, and now here I am getting older to the same damn movies being remade.
fucking Magnum PI.
Yeah, that's
Right?
the other thing too. I mean, what was the other one too? Chips. They redid Chips. Chips. Come on.
Pretty soon it's going to be the Breakfast Club. Or if they already
Oh,
It'll
have
be
done
the
it.
dinner brunch.
I think there was talk about doing Breakfast Club again.
Oh, leave it alone. You're going to fuck it up. Huh?
No, they keep. They
Tear
keep,
it up.
Stop it.
Stop
it now.
Stop, please.
Did you see the new Ghostbusters? Because I still haven't.
The newest one?
The newest
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
I mean-
Supposedly there's another one coming out, but it's actually gonna have like Ernie Hudson in them
Mhm.
in it. So it's an actual like sequel to the old Ghostbuster movie.
No shit.
So I don't know if that's still in effect, but yeah, I did see the newest one, which my favorite actor in that was Chris Hemsworth. that's the only.
Well, I mean, I didn't see the old Ghostbusters because it was it was like
Wait, what do you-
telling the new one, the all female cast.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I was gonna say I was about to freak
Oh,
out. I was
my.
like, oh my god, you hadn't
Oh,
seen the
you gotta
old
watch it,
Ghostbusters?
No, of course I've seen all the
Okay.
old Ghostbusters.
I know. I just
Right.
for a second I was just like, so,
I was born in '84. Of course I've seen all the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I probably watched it while he was growing up.
Yeah, dude, my TV had 3 stations and a pair of pliers on it, and I was the antenna, and I would move it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So when these movies
Get up,
came
move
on,
that. Look.
yeah,
Ah,
you're
there
moving
it
it
is.
side to side. You got the foil wrapped around because it's
Lift it up.
broken.
Look.
Yeah.
Down. Right. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I grew
Yeah.
up.
put up on the ground.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
grandfather had a satellite in the backyard. You know what I mean? He was picking up. I don't know how he's doing. He was picking up TV stations from like Paris and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah,
That's
of course. I remember all these old movies, and I remember how they made me feel, and I remember how it induced thought, and I remember how much creativity, how much my imagination can go wild, and along with these other things that helped, help mold us as far as how our sense of humor goes, how we look at our worlds, how just how it formed everything around us. And today it's almost like they're trying to capture that old magic and trying to bring it into the new generation so they'd see it. Why not just introduce the old, the new generation to the old stuff?
Right.
Well, because everybody's got text neck.
Oh, back to text neck.
Well, I mean, that's true.
Well, since I made that comment, I have had text neck quite a lot. So obviously,
Right, but I
I'm
mean-
eating my own crow
And,
in a way.
and one of the
Yeah.
a
Eating your
little
own
bit.
crow.
text
the
neck.
musical?
Look, dude, my neck's been bent ever since.
Well, all of us are guilty of it, but I mean, one of the reasons why we're so interested, or why you, me, and Chan decide to do some of these skits in front of the show is because we want people to utilize something.
That's new.
Well, no, not something that's new. Something.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
imagination, right?
Something that they don't get to use very
sorry.
often, which is their ears to hear something, because everybody's visual. Everybody wants to see it now.
Yeah, right here, right now. If it's not there,
These skits though force you to have to picture it in your mind, so you can't see it.
Yeah.
So that was something. So that's something that it's almost like it's like new.
Yeah.
It's taking something old and making it new. Your imagination. Now, if you're older than that, then you obviously remember when you had to do something like that, because TVs weren't everywhere.
Yep.
Okay, but today everybody wants to know what that big black box is on the back of the TV. Like,
Yeah.
why is it so big? Because that's the way TVs used to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And now, thanks to our skits that we do on the show, now people get, they're commuting to work or whatnot, they get that little extra kind of creative, little kind of.
Yeah.
Or, when they hear these skits and whatnot, they're visualizing it in their head.
right. So it makes them think.
Yeah.
Right, and on occasion,
And that's good, though,
And on
so-
occasion, I mean, some of you have already heard 10.5. Okay, but if you haven't yet, take a listen to it. Now, the reason why we did a 10.5, and anytime we do a skit, which runs just a little bit longer than our short skits before the show, we kind of wanted to expand it a little bit and just call it a skit, and then just kind of like that's why we put it as a 0.5.
Yeah.
Was so that way we can kind of get creative. And once we got on a roll, we kind of wanted to make it a little bit long, but we didn't want to take anything away from the talking portion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we didn't include the talking portion the last time.
Yep. Because essentially now we're bringing people to the shitiverse.
That's right, the shitiverse, the shit by the fire universe, where anything can happen. And we do have more skits to come and to introduce to you, and those are gonna keep coming, But we do want some feedback.
Yeah.
We're in dire need of feedback.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
I mean, if you're listening, Chan, how do they get a hold of us to tell us something? Tell us we're awesome. Tell us we suck. Tell us, give us suggestions for skits. Something.
Right.
I mean, it just kind of feels like, well, I mean, obviously we are talking to ourselves here.
Yeah.
right.
But it doesn't hurt for listeners to chime in with, hey, how about you
Some
guys go on this?
participation.
Yeah, some participation where it's like, I'd like to hear you guys go into this adventure, or this could happen, or hey, why don't you even, talk about this? It's just getting
Right.
involvement
So
with
pick a
the
conversation or tell us what
Or
adventure
skit.
we should probably go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, because I mean,
Exactly.
I think it would be
And
fun.
We
Oh, yeah.
will.
And plus, the listeners that do get to, and that theirs are chosen, they'll get to listen in and hear it and be like, oh, that
Oh
was
no
my
way!
idea.
They chose it,
Yeah, they picked it.
dude. So shouldn't we do like kind of like a viewer listening raffle type deal? Like what
It's
adventures should
not
we go on next?
Essentially, if they submit their idea, what we can do is we can give a drop to the person that suggested it.
Yeah, we can always take it into consideration and see if it's something
Right.
that's doable.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And the best way to get a hold of us right now, because we are hitting multiple social platforms right now.
yeah,
But
I mean,
you can
that's
get,
awesome.
You can get us on
That's very
the
awesome.
Facebook page, Shit by the Fire. Then there's also on Twitter,
Mhm.
Shit by the Fire 1.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have our Gmail, which is shitbythefirepodcast, all one word, at gmail.com.
Mhm.
And then, if need be... No.
no,
What?
No,
never mind. Never mind.
What?
Not even.
No.
I was going to give my phone number out,
No,
but
don't do that.
No,
last thing I
don't
need
do
is
that.
for
Right.
listeners to have my
Random
phone
calls
number.
and
Not to mention, I'm a very sexy ginger, and I just don't need my phone getting blown up that bad.
Yeah, because
So-
you're because
However, one special treat for people out there is soon the Shit by the Fire gentlemen will have some professional photos, so you'll get to put faces to the voices.
Yes, here very soon we're gonna do. I'm not gonna call it a photo shoot, but we're actually gonna go get some pictures done, and
awesome.
we're gonna be posting them up on our social media pages so people can see what the hell we look like.
Yep.
Right.
You know.
Plus,
Like
you
who
never
we
know.
are.
You know, if people
And then
like it, we can always do. If let's say we see something. Oh, I don't know. Maybe one of us gets a get well balloon, and maybe one of us comes across
something passed away.
Yeah, and maybe we tie it up, and maybe we take a selfie with it.
Dude, wouldn't that be awesome, dude? Oh my.
Hey.
Photoshop right now. Look.
Yep.
It's just possibilities are endless.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
But that's why we even did this
It's
show.
the prophecy.
Also, next month coming up, we're going to be featuring. We'll let you know on how things are progressing, but we want to get out some garb, some Shit by the Fire garb.
Yep. Yeah, we do have merchandise. Right now, I've got to share the link to our other social media outlets because right now the only way to access the store is through our Facebook page. But yeah, we do have merch available, and
Yeah,
I'll
and we'll
be
get some
sitting
pictures
with
up of that, and then hopefully we can get some pictures taken with us wearing some of our merch, some of our garb, which will help the show immensely. For upgraded stuff and to more sound stuff, so we can continue the skits.
Mm-hmm.
Continue the adventure.
Yeah, continue the adventure, because the big thing is, we have to take time away from our full-time jobs.
Yeah, that's true.
To come out
Just
and do that, right?
on,
So
make
if
this
we
happen.
get it funded a little bit, with the help of everybody, and you'll get some nice products and in trade.
Mm-hmm.
It'll all help us out, and we can just keep this thing rolling.
So what do we have on the store already?
Right now
we got
we have
shirts, hoodies, and
hoodies. I believe I'm gonna design some. We've got some hats. I'm gonna design some other hats.
It's awesome.
Coats, blankets.
Yeah, we got
leggings.
we got a wall clock. on
wall
there.
clock.
I'm definitely gonna have to give me a
necklace.
shirt.
Yeah, no, definitely,
like a
yeah.
shirt or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there's all
I'll be right
kinds. I
there.
think there's even a canvas painting too. I mean,
Yeah, there's some
Of
pretty
what?
cool stuff.
it's of our logo.
no way.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of interesting stuff on there, and then
All right.
I'll keep adding merch because I've gotten suggestions for some things like a stocking cap and whatnot.
Oh, dude, I would love that. My. Dude, if you make me a stocking cap that would come down probably only so far and have a ball on the end of it, dude, I'll buy it right now. I'll buy it right now. So, Chantry, look, hear me out. Make one. I'll be online. Look. On it. Look. Oh, he did it. Look. Yeah. Hercules. Like
Yep.
Bang.
Flex.
For real. Yeah, so
Yeah.
think of me.
Yeah. I can do that.
That's awesome.
I do enjoy how far we've come though, because it started as an idea, became a video, and then went from a video to a show, and went from being a show to an actual, distributed
Podcast viewer.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, and we enjoy it.
the
actually.
whole reason we do it is to just entertain people and just.
Mostly it started to entertain ourselves. 'Cause,
Yeah, I did.
dude, I mean, I
Right.
couldn't tell you how many times I've listened to our podcast and still continue to laugh about it.
Dude, that's awesome though.
Like, we crack
especially on the way to
ourselves up.
work, dude. When
Yeah.
you're playing that, it's like, dude, no way we actually
Well,
did
because
it.
you would
you know?
think that after so many
It sounds so
times,
good.
especially doing it, it's like you think it wouldn't be funny to you anymore because you did it, you heard it already, you said it, but it's still funny.
Nah,
Yeah.
dude, it's still new when it comes to your ears.
Yeah.
Because now you're like thinking
you're-
of everybody
now-
else that's
now
out
you're
there
a
listening.
listener, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Actually, one of the
Just
interesting
wow.
one of the interesting things about like on our Twitter is we got 2 followers.
That's it. We only got two.
Two right now.
Yeah.
But those two
that's not bad.
I did not expect because
Dude, that
the two
was
that are
hands down-
following our Twitter feed is Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes.
Yeah, no doubt. Like we're like, no way. They got to be like copycat
Yeah.
Right, it's not
profiles.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith has 3.2 million followers, so that's the real deal.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah, and
plus
Jason
his
Mills
material.
got hundreds of thousands of followers as well. So, I mean, who would have thought? I don't know how they found us in the ether, but like our page was only up for like 2 days.
But I also know that we did
Of Smiths and Men?
Well, Smiths and Men, yeah. That podcast show, we talked about Kevin Smith. And then, of course, on like Spotify and those other channels, we're put in the same category. So even like if, we check in on our stuff all the time.
Right.
And some of his shows are on the same line as ours, especially through Spotify. Who's to say that he didn't and saw ours, and everyone, even it's not really competition, but when you see new
you want to see what's going on.
You want it out of curiosity. So, apparently he liked what he heard.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe either that or maybe he just like those idiots.
Right.
So, but I doubt that because Kevin Smith seems like a really great guy.
Wow.
Chen's still geeking out over Kevin Smith and
Fuck
Jason
yeah.
Mewes. I think on Twitter.
Because
dude.
right now
Look at him.
they've got the new movie Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and
Yep.
they're going to be in Kansas City at one of the
really?
screenings.
Yeah.
So like, I'm kind of wanting to get a ticket to go just so I can.
Say that we went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun, but I want to see because they keep adding theaters, and if they wind up at an AMC theater, like in maybe even Independence or something, or even closer, I'd really want to go because I think it'd be awesome.
That would be.
Well, I mean, just the again, from just their comedy, from the movies that they've directed, produced, and acted in.
And the View Askew universe, which is what Kevin Smith created.
Mm-hmm. It's we've seen them all.
Yep.
It's a big part of our comedy, as far as
How cool would that be, though?
Well, I mean, he started the same as we were with Clerks. He went and did the movie himself, and that led him to where he is now. And that's the same kind of thing we're doing with the podcast. We're doing it all ourselves. Putting our own work into it, our own money, time, and it's steadily growing. So, it's just the thing to remember. We're all people. It's just we all start somewhere and we get somewhere.
Right. And we appreciate everybody listening as well.
Oh, yes. We really appreciate our listeners. That's why if they want to get in touch and whatnot, more than willing to take in their ideas, or even, I've even had some, there's a lot of like other local artists, or it's just, it doesn't even have to be local. Just some of them, if they want to submit the music or whatever.
Yeah, well, we can feature you on.
Oh, yeah.
We just need a clear demo.
Yep, because clear
clear
MP3.
Yep.
Because that's what we did for episode 10 with those guys, and then, of course, later on for our Halloween special, we have someone special as well that will be premiering, and it's just something that's nice because if we're doing our entertaining thing, why not help somebody else out in the process to get discovered? I mean, we don't have that kind of following yet, but it's still fun. It's
nice, fun.
It's nice for people to be able to hear themselves, whether it's their music or whatever.
Yeah, it's always a good thing.
I know when we first got on the Spotify alone, it was just like, whoa.
Still hasn't quite set in yet.
Yeah, especially now because we're on iHeartRadio and Google Cast and all these other platforms. And it hasn't quite, so it's like, even when we tell people, check us out on Spotify, like, why, you have Spotify? And then it's like,
we are on
Spotify.
Yeah, I can hear myself on PlayStation 4 while I'm playing GTA 5.
Wow.
I can listen to my podcast while I'm on there doing my, my streams and stuff, on Twitch.
Now that's cool.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I don't have a game system, so I.
Well, we can fix that.
Right.
I can
It's
go
all,
get you.
it's all in the upcoming.
I got 2 of
Yeah,
them.
it is.
Well, actually, technically 3 if I count my gaming computer, because there's 3 different stream settings.
Like back in the day, I used to be a really good gamer, but
it's just
stuff happens.
Well, you kind of
stuff happens.
Well, that stuff kind of falls to the wayside. I haven't done gaming stuff in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, just especially when you're working, that grind, you
right, you're focused on one thing, and that's all you're focused on, and
because at the end of the day, you just wind up wanting to relax, and so I mean, I like to play video games, but it just
I play video games. Like I said, it's been like 3 weeks since I played video games. I don't know. I've been getting kind of busy with work. I mean, I own my own business, and I go out and I do these jobs for folks, and I want to make sure that it's right. And so, I plan them out.
Has to have your full attention.
Yep, and then have a game plan for them to go, because that's something else that I enjoy doing. It's not a job.
Right.
It's more or less like a daily adventure. Somebody comes to me with a problem. They have a problem.
So I'm here to fix it.
And so I'm here to help them.
Right.
And so, you take a house and it's like a blank canvas on the inside. Okay, now here's something that's broken. What different ways can I go about fixing it? Some ways are repetitive. However, the outcomes are always different in regards to how people would like it to be. You know what I mean? And that's the part that I enjoy. I enjoy getting the wow factor out of people when they're just like, wow, it was better than I thought it was going to be. And then I'm standing back going, oh my God, it is. Wow.
Yeah.
But it's all in the planning, and it's all in the doing. Anytime I need to learn something new or something on the fly, like, hey, can you do this? Well, I've never done it before. And I'm always upfront about people, like, how many times have you done this? Once. Like the,
in my mind.
Yeah, like like the previous job that we were just have, these people asked us about tuck pointing. The owner said, "Hey man, can you tuck point my building?" I was like, "I've never done it." He goes, "Are you willing to try?" I said, "Absolutely, I'm willing to try." He goes, "Well, how much are you going to charge me?" I was like, "I can't really charge you because I've never done it before."
Right.
So I was like, "I'll tell you what, if you like it, pay me what you think that it's worth." And so that's exactly what happened. So he liked it. I liked the fact that we did our research on it.
Right.
We found the materials and the tools that we needed to do it. We went ahead and got it in there and done, and we did a nice clean job. I mean, everything was really, really clean.
Exactly.
It was exactly how it was supposed to look.
Right.
And then after it was painted, nobody could tell that it even was done. That's
awesome,
the best part.
Dude.
That's the best part. The best part is that
like
it looks
that.
as if we were never there.
That's awesome, bro. That's all I needed to hear. Like that tuck pointing.
Yeah, they absolutely loved it. They
Hashtag tuck point that.
Right. They couldn't tell. They couldn't tell that we were in there and we did it. So that's awesome.
That's freaking cool.
Yep. So
All right.
I don't know. Weren't we talking about something earlier that was funny?
We were. I just wish I could remember what it even was.
We need to start taking notes.
We gotta take notes because I know you guys like the whole on the fly thing, but now it gets to the point where we forget what it is. It's just that goldfish mentality.
Just kind of fishing for something to eat now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when it's on the fly, shoot,
Hey.
dude. I mean, we don't really plan anything out.
No, it is all just as it goes, just like this episode. We're just sitting around discussing, and it's that's just the way it is. Sometimes some episodes we're just kooky and off the wall. Some episodes we're a little down to earth and talk. And other days we're putting balloons on dead carcasses, setting them up in the air and seeing what happens.
Yeah, or serving menudo to
Yep,
small
to
children
small children.
for a trick or treat.
Yep. Or maybe even attempting to cook a small child and getting our asses kicked in the
Menudo.
process.
Yeah, menudo. Or we could do a story time with Jake.
Oh, story time.
I love story time.
Oh,
Yeah,
always
story time's always really
could.
good.
That could be definitely a option.
Well, let's see if we can set that up. Then.
Yeah, let's do that.
And here's my intake from Charlotte's Web. Obviously, there was a pig, right? And there's a spider. So that pig made a friend with that spider. That pig did not know that spider was always there for him. Obviously, had a moment. The spider was there. Got caught up in the fence. That spider was there. Know that, you know what I mean? Got in trouble? Sure enough, the spider was there. Man, that pig should love that spider. Absolutely love that spider. Because I know that spider loved that pig. That was a true friend. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was a great story time.
That was
liked
beautiful.
It was amazing.
Oh, that was so good.
So good.
Fucking Jaeger. My goodness. That's a blast from the past.
Dude, I love Jaeger.
Mm-hmm.
Jaeger is wonderful. Nectar of the gods. Jeez. Oh, man. Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, coughing fit?
Almost.
Don't we need like a cough button or something?
A cough button.
Yeah, you're supposed to hit a button every time you cough. The radio people do it a lot.
Do they? Never heard.
Yeah, well, you never hear them cough, do you?
I don't know. I've heard other people cough.
No, you don't hear people cough on the
I do.
radio.
I totally think I hear people. I've heard people
No,
cough.
there's a cough button.
Even sneeze.
No,
No,
it's
no,
just like a
no,
quick mute
no.
button.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Once you Google it,
I don't want to Google it.
Cough buttons.
love cough buttons. I've just never had one of my own.
Right.
And besides, I'm medicated.
I see that self-medication.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So you got your tonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Got my snake venom.
I mean, you see what Jaeger's actually called, right?
Jägermeister.
Like Master Hunter.
No. Oh, dear God.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's ridiculous.
Look at the
Because
label.
of- oh, dear God. Why? Because that's how you feel the morning after?
You're damn right.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh dear God.
Right.
Yeah. But that, you see it right there on the label, right? There it
Yeah.
is.
At least it's not like Everclear.
Right. Yeah. Which is if I could just
Yeah.
in the hospital.
Especially Jello shots. You know, with
Okay.
Everclear.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so yeah, you're 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
One of my birthdays, my ex-wife had decided that she was going to make Jello shots. Okay, so this is awesome, but the Jello shots have been in the fridge for like a day or two, and I couldn't have them to my birthday, which is great. So birthday came around, and there's these little Jello shot cups. And I eat one, and it is the tastiest thing in the world, and it just has just a little bit of burn to it, just a hair. So you know the liquor's in it, but it tasted great. So I'm sitting here, and I take one, I take two, I take three, and I'm eating them back to back to back to back. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. And then my wife's like, hey, you might want to slow down on those. You know, I put liquor in them. Well, I was like, you couldn't have put very much, right? Because you have to use water to cut it to make the Jello.
Mm-hmm.
No. No, she did not. She goes, well, I bought some cheap stuff to put into it, but I didn't use any water. That's why it took them so long to set up.
Oh.
And she got the bottle with the corn cob on it. And I was like, corn cob? You know, she goes, yeah, she
What's
had
this?
yeah, two bottles.
What's that? Huh?
Two bottles with the corn cob was cheap as hell. And I went into the trash and I looked at it and it said Everclear.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's when I knew I fucked up.
How many shots have you
You're in
already
danger.
taken?
Oh God, dude.
Karen,
So I did.
there's no more Jello.
I did 6 shots.
Damn it, Karen.
I did 6 shots of Everclear back to back to back to back to back, dude. Dude, I shit you not, dude. And within like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, the first shot hit, and by 35 minutes, the 6th shot hit. And
then it started getting really interesting.
needless to say, dude, like I was on the floor. I could feel the carpet on my face.
Was it soft?
Yeah, no, it felt like gravity was just holding me down.
Can't
Like,
get up.
no. It wasn't like, you know, gravity holding you to the ground. It was like gravity holding my entire body to the floor, and I can't get up.
Yeah, I'm too fucked up.
Gravity's just holding you.
Well,
I love him and
too
treat
messed
him and
up.
name him
Yeah,
Daniel.
I got too jacked up for my birthday. So it was only like an hour and a half into my birthday before, you know, my wife's in there like feeding me milk to throw up.
Jesus.
Yeah, as it turns out, you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, if there's ever a time in your life where somebody has Jello shots, please look at the bottle and then pace yourself.
Yes.
Pace.
But you had no idea.
Oh, dude, I had no idea. They were so good. They were so
That's
amazing.
why it's a birthday. Look.
Yeah, well, no, I wasn't.
Right.
I mean, I was just, oh, you're so good.
Oh,
And
so all right.
they were just like little half shots of Jello and these little Jello shot things, and I didn't think anything of
Cute
it.
little cups.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a burn on the end of your tongue, nothing crazy, and when they went down so smooth and so flavorful. I had no idea that there was no water in it.
My.
From the corn cob bottle.
The corn cob bottle.
Never again. That was like, you know, like I had a brush with it when I was a teenager.
Right.
And I was like, never again.
Right. So a slight bumping.
All right. And then for my birthday, somebody fed me Jello shots and were like, man, you want to slow down on those? And I'm already freaking, you know, working on the first tray. Like, these are amazing.
Yeah. Dude, what'd you put in these?
Yeah, well, like I said, it took 2 days for them to set. And some of them weren't completely set because they were kind of just moving around on the bottom. That should have been my first inkling right there, because liquor doesn't freeze and Everclear doesn't solidify in Jell-O. But there was no water to it. It was just, I just, in hindsight, I should have checked.
You were duped.
Yeah, but I haven't done Jell-O shots since then.
Right.
For fear of somebody else might have corn cob liquor in the Jell-O shots.
Right.
I could talk for days about how that was a mistake.
Yeah.
And at various times in my life. One time in Texas, a stripper stole my cell phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What happened was I was drunk. I was drinking with my buddy and his boss.
Mhm.
And we decide to go up to Waco, Texas to go to the strip club. The guy goes to the strip club a lot, single guy. Decides to take us to his favorite strip club. Well, I'm already 3 sheets to the wind because we've already gone through a 30-pack. And at the time, I'm only like 22. No, I was only like 23. And so, oh yeah, strip club sounds great, right? And so I got the iPhone 1, right? I got the first iPhone. It had a metal back. It had been through some shit. And so he takes us to the strip club. And at this time, I'm getting a little woozy, you guys. Like, I'm already starting to kind of feel the drunk as I'm walking in.
Right.
The vapors.
Right. So then we sit down, and there's a lot of other stuff going on inside of the strip club. I'm kind of not paying attention to much because at this point I'm drunk.
Right, so you're just there.
Yeah, I'm just kind of there,
Right.
And he paid for my way in, and he paid for the first round, and that was cool and everything. And then I see him talking to my buddy, and then my buddy nods, and he looks at me, and he hits me on the shoulder a couple times, and then before you know it, I have this woman comes up behind me, she taps me on the shoulder, said, "Comes with me." So I'm going to go get this lap dance.
Right.
Okay? Well, she's in the, I would say like the first minute into the lap dance, and she's shaking my beer. Right? I'm sitting down, and already, dude,
Oh, my God.
she is shaking up my beer so damn bad.
Oh, my
Uh-oh.
goodness.
Okay, so I gotta throw up. I have to throw up.
No.
Okay, and so
Right.
I have a decision because I already have some in the back of my throat.
Oh, my.
Either I could throw up on the stripper,
Right.
or I could be respectful and run to the bathroom and throw up.
So what'd you do?
I pushed the stripper off of me, took $2 out of my pocket, I threw it in her face, I said thanks. I ran to the bathroom and threw up, and then the bouncers picked me up off of the floor and kicked me out.
Oh,
And I
goodness.
fell asleep in the back of what I thought was the boss's truck.
So how did she get a hold of your phone?
Well, apparently it fell out of my pocket
Right.
while I was in the back there getting my lap dance, and it fell out of my pocket. That's
Oh,
when
man.
but I didn't care. But I pushed her. I literally pushed her off of my lap because my beer is shooken up beyond,
Right, I'm
beyond
sick.
comfort. I am
Move, please.
sick. And I didn't want to throw up on her.
Right, please
But
move.
it did cross my mind that it would be a badass story to say that I threw up on a stripper. I just didn't want to get beat up by the bouncers.
Yeah.
Being thrown out is one thing. Being beat up is a whole nother thing. I wouldn't have felt a thing till the next morning anyway.
Right.
But I didn't want that to happen.
That's
So
two
anyway-
different fucking things.
So anyway, I fell asleep in the back of a truck. I got woken up, got put into the right truck. I woke up somewhere on I-35 just looking up and seeing that we were on our way home, which was comforting. I went back to sleep. I woke up. I was at home. So perfect. It was a great time. But I called my phone. The girl at the end said I fucked up, and she hung up. And that was the last I ever saw of my iPhone 1.
Damn.
Yep. So a stripper stole my cell phone.
Wow.
Crazy.
She didn't want to give it back. But I had a lock on it. The only thing you can do is answer. Because at the time, those were a little bit hard to break. Now they'd be easy to break, but I don't even think anybody has any iPhone 1s now. They're all like, what, 10s and 20s?
Something like that. I don't know. Never had
I
an
don't
iPhone.
know.
So.
But yeah, so if you ever go to a strip club, don't bring your cell phone in.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they even still exist?
What, strip
Strip
clubs? Not around here.
Never been to one, so.
Oh, yeah.
I've never
well, I
fucking
mean,
been in one either.
I can tell you right now, you guys are not missing anything.
Oh.
It was fun in my early 20s.
Right.
Total waste of fucking money and time. Now that I'm older, dude, I got a wife and kid. Lots of kids.
Silly.
I don't have time for that.
Right.
I ain't got time for that
Nonsense.
mess.
I'd just be awkward because I'd just be like, so what kind of insurance benefits you guys get? You know,
None.
what, you got PPO?
No,
Dude,
they got,
while they're shaking it in your face, dude, that's all I fucking picture. And like, all right.
I mean, believe it or not, dude.
That's all I
Like you
see.
said, when you're like in your early 20s, that's all like fun and everything. But, dude, I'm in my mid 30s, dude. I ain't got time for that dumb shit, dude. I really don't.
Yeah, miss me with that bullshit.
I mean, seriously, I got better shit to do. I got more important stuff to do. It's not as entertaining as it once was.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, it is a total waste of freaking money.
Right.
I've spent thousands in strip clubs. I had the time of my life. Yeah, dude. I went to Dallas. I went to $1 Million Baby. Then I went to Austin, Texas. I went to 2 different strip clubs in Austin, and then in the same weekend we went down to Houston. No, we went to San Antonio. Then we went to Houston.
Oh, Houston.
And, yeah, so we like.
I heard so much about that.
Like me and my buddy at the time, we went to like, I want to say like 6 or 7 different strip clubs in like 3 days. So from the top of Texas all the way down, dude. Like I've been to so many different strip clubs. It's not even funny in my 20s. I was in the military. What do you want me to do? You know, I'm single. I'll do whatever the hell I want.
Right.
But that weekend I spent something like $2,300
Good. Yeah.
between liquor and strippers. It was great.
I'd much
Just having a great time.
Right.
I'd much rather take somebody on a date and spend money that way.
Exactly.
Than
Think smart.
Yeah. At the
Get
time,
something out of it.
At the time,
I want a quality relationship. Actually, I just want somebody to want me.
wow. That's like one of those You're like one of those super sensitive guys, right? Do you care about the dolphins? Do you sing song about the dolphins?
I do. Look,
Yeah, he does.
Do you shave the whales?
I would.
Shave the way.
I would. I would use a non-GMO shaving foam.
What?
Not even shaving, just natural. Look.
Right. So, yeah. So, like another time in a strip club, there was this. I can't say little person.
Small people.
Small people.
Some of them prefer to be called dwarves. from
Okay.
what I've heard.
Well, she was a dwarf,
Mm-hmm.
and she had short, blonde hair, and she had a leg brace on, but it was one of those totally nude strip clubs. But that was the only thing she was wearing was a leg brace.
Really?
Yeah, and she was out there on the pole, and she put that thing, locked it into position, and started spinning really, really fast. And that was the trick. And I left because the strip club went straight to sideshow. It was bad.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some really jacked up stuff. Like, I've actually seen people throw up on strippers. They take a lot of shit. That
sucks.
It is.
Poor
It really
strippers.
does. You know, I mean, I guess the money's good.
I guess.
$1 Million Baby. Who was it? There was a rapper that owns it. I don't know if it was. I forget who it was. It wasn't Snoop Dogg. It was another rapper, DMX or something that owns the strip club.
Really?
And he handpicks the dancers. And so like it's like, I don't know, it was like $50 to get in there, $175 per person to get into VIP, and then the lap dances were like $80. So that's what I did. I got into VIP, and then went and got a couple lap dances. But then the cool thing about it is after you get a lap dance and you're in VIP, you get to hang out with some of the girls, legitimately like hang out and, you know, have a few drinks with them and all that other stuff. Because normally when they're on the clock, they'll talk to you for a few minutes, but if you're not interested in a lap dance, they'll just move on.
Right.
All right, but like I said, total waste of time and money, but I had a blast.
Yeah, you got the memories.
I do.
It's
And
fucking
then,
awesome, bro.
It is. And then I used to work at a drag strip.
Really?
Yeah, in Texas.
Are we talking like vroom, vroom, drag strip or?
Oh
or
yeah,
like,
I'm sorry. We got to switch gears completely.
Right. So drag
You say
racing
you-
strip or
Yeah.
No, it was a
because
drag catwalk strip. No, it was a drag strip
so
for
drag queens?
No, motherfuckers. It was car drag racing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
because you totally lost me. I was like,
I went from strippers
wow.
to drags. It was like, wow.
Interesting. I
just
guess,
talking about
sure.
Yeah, these guys, dude, had calves, dude, that just looked like they were chiseled. You could tell these guys work out, and they work them hills to the fullest extent of freaking 6 inches on those heels.
Don't fuck with them stilettos.
And hell no, don't fuck with them stilettos. But no, those are not the kind of drags that I was talking about.
Okay.
I was talking about a dragway. It was called Little River Dragway. I used to work there, and on Friday nights, it was just, whoever wants to show up can race on the track. And the first thing that we would let do is we would let all the big turbo diesels come out there and show off. Right. Okay, well, these guys were kind of pissing off the start line supervisor, because instead of I would put water down for them to do burnouts and stuff,
right.
To get the rubber going and get the dirt off so they didn't drag a bunch of dirt on the track.
Right.
Well, anyway, there was this mixture that we made with like gas and like it was racing fuel and something else that made a glue, and it made it super sticky
and smoky.
Yeah, real sticky.
Right.
And so what he would do, he would like triple up on the glue
and smoke it out.
No, he would like make it like triple thick on the track.
Mm-hmm.
And these trucks would get up there and they'd burn out, and then when they'd get onto the track, you can hear it go real sticky. Right? And so what it's designed to do is designed to give you a little bit more traction, so that way when your wheels turn, it doesn't burn out in place, so that way you can
take off,
launch like a rocket. Well,
right.
The thing is about these big trucks is that the drive shafts are not designed to take every bit of torque that the engine is putting out straight to the wheels.
So it fucks up.
Right, because a lot of them are not straight drive shafts. They have a universal joint in the middle of it. Okay,
right.
So they have this other joint that kind of connects it, going from one point, and then it kind of diagonals down to another point, straight down to the gearbox in the back where the wheels are.
Right.
Basically. And so when the wheels start to turn, when the engine puts out power straight to the drive shaft, it twists it really bad, and it breaks them. It breaks them at that union joint.
So it snaps.
Yeah,
that's exactly what the fuck it does. It just snaps.
It snaps drive shafts like toothpicks. So these people these guys are getting in these trucks, and they give it all they got, right? Yeah, and it's snapping drive shafts left and right. So then we started making a game about it.
Oh my god.
We started making a game to see who can snap the most drive shafts based on how much glue we put on the track.
Oh my god.
Keep a little tally.
Yeah.
Got 15.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the highest number we reached was like 5 in one night.
Yeah, so we fucked up.
Well, these guys would get up there and they would, do their burnouts or whatever. Then they get onto that real sticky track, and then as soon as they give that thing hell, snap.
Oh, I ain't going nowhere right now.
Oh my god. Well,
wow.
Well, because the glue is actually designed for.
So what type of glue?
That's the thing, is that I forgot what there was one other chemical. It was racing fuel and one other chemical, and I forgot what it was called. But you put them together.
Right.
And like a 20-30 or a 20-to-1 mixture, something like that. Anyway, and it becomes a glue. Once you put it down on the track, it becomes real sticky. Like I've actually walked across a track and lost my shoe.
I believe that.
You know what I mean?
There goes.
Yeah, so it made like real sticky, but it was just fun. It was fun, and we had a lot of good times with that.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it was a good time.
No doubt, bro.
But it was real loud.
I would say.
Oh yeah, dude, I believe it.
Have you done anything like that? I mean, I used to work on the railroad, but didn't you see anything crazy out there?
Yeah, watch the guy get crushed by 2 rail cars.
That sounds terrible.
It is terrible.
Yeah.
We'll save that story for another day. But
I wasn't really talking about that kind of crazy.
Right. I mean, more of the stuff that I witnessed was more like of a majestic setting. Like I was up in Canada working on a lift bridge, and I climbed up on top of it, and this was about like 4 a.m. So I'm watching the sun comes up, and then I see over this hill crest this elk. And it just bull elk, and just starts bleeding, and so, bleating, not bleeding, but bleating. And so, just watching that and hearing it is pretty freaking wicked. Not to mention you're like 170 some odd feet in the air, so pretty cool.
Yeah, I went to Canada once.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got kicked out of Canada too. I didn't have a passport.
Yeah, we had talked about that once.
Yeah.
So
but from the American side, looking over at Canada, it looks beautiful.
It's nice. I enjoy it. People were nice. I mean, you just had to remember that they talk about liters and stuff and whatnot. So if you're
liter of cola
and stuff like that, kind of.
What's a liter of cola?
Oh, that's a soda.
Really? Thanks for that enlightenment. All right.
Liter of cola.
Farva. We actually had a guy on our crew we called Farva. He hated that. But Yeah, I mean, I don't know. More of the exciting stuff was when I was a bouncer at a nightclub, the local one, Rumors. That one was.
Oh, yeah, I was a bouncer once for a long time.
I was the worst bouncer because I was literal, and so I was always up for throwing somebody out. But you had to choose your words carefully.
Oh yeah.
I had wrapped the guy up, and I was holding him because he was trying to start a fight. Had him wrapped up, and then the owner walked by and was like, "Quit toying with him and just throw him out." And so I literally threw him, but I had my legs still wrapped around his legs. So when I threw him, he just went straight face first into the concrete, and you just saw just blood went. And
you know what? You know what? That's going to be perfect because we'll talk about bouncing the next episode along with our with our next skit.
Definitely. All right.
So we'll do Blood and Guts next episode.
All right. Sounds good to me. So with that, we're going to conclude our episode for tonight, and now you guys know what you're going to be looking forward to. So,
right.
I'm Reptile Man Chan.
I'm Danger Dan.
And I'm Just Jake.
And we want you to stay true, and we'll catch you on the flip side.